This is the next to last game of the Season 9 of the International League, and I'm last, unfortunately. I'm last in two of the last games. Sewell picks up Julius Caesar, Raised picks up Urban Growth and Frugality, Gavatron takes Hammurabi and Urban Growth. So nothing surprising happened so far. What am I gonna do? I am not super happy with this selection of cards. Let's see what's in the deck. So first of all, we already picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to pick two more cards. So 7 out of these 9 cards are going to show up. Oddly enough, the only wonders we've seen is Pyramids. But the deck also has Roman Roads and Library of Alexandria, which are pretty good. So I feel okay postponing the Wonder selection if necessary. And Colosseum is good as well, so I think there's a good chance I'll get a strong Wonder out of this. Looking at Wonders, at leaders, the only ones left in the deck are Confucius, Homer, and Aristotle. Aristotle, big star of the previous game, less popular in the expansion. Homer is decent, Confucius, mediocre results. Looking at Age 1, Machu Picchu is here, always a pivot wonder for the people who can make it work. Taj Mahal can become a lot of points during the game and much easier to set up than I expected. And St. Pete's is here, a bit tricky to build, but could work out really well. These two, less interesting. They have their uses, but not as stellar. Looking at leaders, oh my, Jan Ziska is here, Saladin is here, Nostradamus is here. So three strong leaders from the expansion. And looking at the base game, I would say these are decent. Khan can work. There's no Sun Tzu, thankfully. And Columbus, if you have the right colony. Barbarossa and Da Vinci, a bit more situational, but can still work. Looking at H2, the Louvre is here. So this is something to keep in my eyes out. Lots of points. Harvard College, excellent way to fix mid-game science and ocean liner service, especially after the buff. It's so cheap, gives you so many population. Kremlin and Statue of Liberty, a bit more situational in my opinion. Looking at the leaders, Nobel is here, can really help you fix up your mid-game if necessary. So two good options for fixing your mid-game science. So I think that early game science might be less important than usual. Darwin is here, nice source of points and actions. And then Newton is okay, Bach can become a lot of points. And then Robespierre, in a 4-player game, someone's probably going to need him, and Catherine the Great could work out. Then looking at H4, International Red Cross is here, which could really influence the way food works. Neither fast food chains nor spaceflight, so two of the easy point wonders are not here. We do have Manhattan Project, which could really mess up the military calculations, and the other three are a bit more situational, especially in a 4-player game. Although Empire State Building, if you match three of these, that's 27 points. That's amazing. Then looking at leaders, no Kuberta, no Bill Gates. Nelson Mandela, pretty weak. Ian Fleming, situational. Marie Curie as well. So Churchill is here, which is good. Sid Meier, if you get the computers. Einstein is often a solid choice, but the H3 lineup of leaders doesn't seem to be stellar. And I wouldn't be surprised if someone gets, let's say, Nobel and stick with him until mid age 3. I think that between Bach and Marlene Dietrich, a theater strategy could work out pretty well. So looking back at our selection, I'm actually wondering. The thing is, if I take Ashoka, this is a bit crazy, but I'm wondering if Ashoka stockpile could work. Because there is Silk Road in here, and Silk Road with stockpile works amazingly well. And if you have two labs in Silk Road, you can just go into College or Nobel in your mid game and you're done with science. The one science from Silk Road is enough. Another option is to take Pyramids. If I take Pyramids, I guess I take Ashoka, cause why not? But he wouldn't be active until much later. Looking at aged 1 leaders, yeah, there's so many good aged 1 leaders here. Nostradamus, Saladin, and Jan Ziska. which means I would want to replace Ashoka pretty early. And Ashoka is one of these leaders that you want to keep as much as possible. If you can get these three or more colors in hand, he's equivalent to an Age 1 leaders. So given the selection of Age 1 leaders, I don't know if Ashoka is the way to go. Oh my, this is so bad. This is why you don't want to be last. And if I don't take pyramids, then Suo is getting them for one action. Plus, he has Julius Caesar for the military action. And he won't get Engineering Genius though, right? Engineering Genius is still in the deck. So at least that. On the other hand, if we do take pyramids, we might get Engineering Genius. So this is not ideal, but I think I will go for this. See if we can get the pyramids early and use that to stockpile some cards in hand. And pyramids is one of the best wonders. The only complaint against it is that it's boring, but that's fine. I should be very careful. Player 1 is Caesar, which means the deck could advance really quickly, and as last player my military presence is going to be weakest. I wonder if that's enough of a reason to wait until something like Homer shows up. Let's just hope we can get some sort of military going. We don't need much, 1 or 2 warriors should be enough. Okay, let's see what are the rest of the cards from this age. Okay, Library and Colosseum show up. No Stonehenge, no Roman roads. And from the other leaders, all of them showed up. None of them are amazing, to be honest, so I don't feel that bad about Ashoka. I'm especially happy that the Engineering Genius is all the way over here. I think there is a reasonable chance we're going to get it for 1 or 2 actions. I'm doubtful Raced is going to take it for 3, and Gavatron doesn't have a wonder. Actually, none of them have an AJ wonder, interesting enough. And Raced, I wonder if Raced is going to bother with an AJ leader. Kosu is probably going to do something standard. Caesar, increase pop, build a mine, pick up one of these cards. Maybe Cultural Heritage. And then 2, 4, 5, yeah, and then Raced could either get Moses or pay 2 actions for Homer, Confucius, or Aristotle. Okay, Suo gets his Julius Caesar, gets a mine, increases pop, picks up rich land. That was more or less expected. I'm surprised he took the rich land over Cultural Heritage, because usually there aren't many opportunities to use it. Raced builds mine, increases pop, and starts the Library of Alexandria. Gavatron is next, chooses Hammurabi, builds a lab with its urban growth, increases pop, and picks up the Engineering Genius. Unfortunate. And we're next. I don't think this is the game for an early Da Vinci. There is Silk Road, right? So yeah, let's increase pop and build a mine. Let's pick up this stockpile. And actually, we can actually put Ashoka in the game and pick up stockpile and Da Vinci. And that will trigger Ashoka. So we're getting the food. And we can actually wait with both of these, right? We can wait with Da Vinci until we have an alchemy. Or we want to discover something. And then next turn, we can pick up an early technology. This is a bit weird, but I think it might work, because this bonus covers the mine we want to get, right? And there's a reasonable chance that next turn we can finish the pyramids. What's the alternative? Some boring opening, increase population, build a mine, pick up stockpile, or increase population, build a mine, pick up Da Vinci anyway. If I had 2 actions, I would want something like Engineering Genius, or maybe Urban Growth 1. But I don't want two of these cards, and yeah, let's do this. Let's get the most out of Ashoka as quickly as possible. And getting a Silk Road is interesting with Stockpile. Um, I think there's a reasonable chance Sue is getting Colosseum. Okay, and let's see if we can get a turn to Pyramids. That would be amazing. A turn to Pyramids, and wow. I think that the cards are really in our favor here. Because we're happy to take either one of these as a third card for Ashoka. So we did put a bit of a pressure on ourselves to get either Alchemy or Printing Press, but Ashoka has a lot of food for people for Printing Press, and there are three alchemies. So this opening ended up being much better than I expected. The one thing I will need to worry about is military, of course, because I'm last. Let's see how many events Sue puts in the deck. Thankfully, nobody else has a military leader, and there's no Colossus or Acropolis, so I think this should turn out fine. So, season event reveals development of markets. Fantastic. So we're going to get our pyramids. Yes, he indeed gets the Colosseum, increases pop, and builds a lab. Raised is next. Season event as well. Reveals development of religion. Then picks up Homer, increases pop, starts working on the library. So he'll finish it next turn. Gavatron is next. Increases pop, builds a mine, picks up Nostradamus, and elects him. I think that's a really smart move. It looks like this game is going to have a lot of events. So we are up. Um, I don't think I want to see an event. I'm a bit worried that we're going to fall behind military, so I want to postpone that as much as possible. With that said, barbarians. Are we going to have the most culture points? So we don't need anything, right? Because we can get 2 strength. We're going to build a temple for free. We finish the wonder. Increase pop. And I really wish we could get this Code of Laws, but I guess we could get Masonry instead. And we haven't got our lab yet, so this Masonry might be helpful within alchemy. Is there a way we can get Code of Laws? Not really, no. Yeah, I think this system makes no sense. We could skip increasing population, actually, which is a risk, because if development of warfare shows up, we want it. And while masonry is less ideal, there is a reasonable chance we want Silk Road, and in this case, masonry is going to be very beneficial. So I'm wondering if that's the way we want to go. We maximize Ashoka, and there's a decent chance that next turn we're probably going to get a lab. There is a non-negligible chance next turn we can get a iron. 2, 4, 5. Yeah. We're going to be behind in science, but that shouldn't be a huge deal right now. Two, 4, 5. Yeah, Sua is not seeing Saladin for one action, which is nice. So yeah, let's go with this. This is a bit of a weird opening, but it might work out. Oh, 2 defense cards. That's fantastic. Suo reveals development of warfare, so it's a good thing I had that population ready. Starts building Colosseum, picks up iron for 2 actions, and Code of Laws. Oh wow, that's quite a lot of science commitment here. And it didn't take Saladin. Race these up, finishes the library for Alexandria, picks up Iron, chooses Homer, and picks up Saladin, which makes sense. I think keeping the happiness from Homer is a good idea. Gavatron is next, and he offers me a naval trade agreement. That's an interesting idea. Hmm. Do I want to give him +1 for colonization in exchange of 2 blues? I'm confused, didn't see an event here, given that he is Nostradamus. Did he have a chance to see any of the seeded events? No political action, yeah, so he saw the last thing that Suwon is put in the deck. Um, do I need 2 blues? We do have a Shokan. So I think with any other leader I would say no, but given that this is a Shokan, we might need this. Gavatron starts Forbidden City, builds a stage and plays Engineering Genius. Very nice, so we can finish it next turn. Increases pop, and that is all. Very nice position for him. We're next. I still don't think we're gonna seed this. Let's skip. Let's build the warriors. And should probably get these knights, right? So I definitely want this. Here's the alchemy, but I don't think it's worth 3 actions. On the other hand, and we haven't seen Silk Roads yet, I think knights and urban growth are the way to go. And I need to remember that eventually I'll need this mine. 2 irons are already gone. Well, that's what Cusworth, so it looks like Red and me are competing for the last iron. Although if we maintain the action lead, the problem is that Gavatron is getting another action himself, and he's ahead of me on the turn order. So if the iron does show up, we might want to be a bit more aggressive about it. Do I want the Orban growth? Yeah, because we want to get an alchemy sooner rather than later. Barbarians can go. I don't really think heavy cavalry is going to happen this game. And here's the iron we need, which is a bit of a disaster because Gavatron is going to get it. So maybe we should go for Monarchy instead. The good news is that both alchemies are here, so good chance we're going to get one of them. So reveals development of settlement, takes which land, builds Colossus, gets Code of Laws, and Fighting Band, and builds a warrior. Oh, and Frugality. So he's at 4 strength, and we are far behind. Raised Seed and Event reveals development of science, increases pop, plays urban growth for a lab, takes cartography, and builds a warrior and rich land. So doesn't elect Saladin yet, oddly enough. Gavatron is next, doesn't see an event, finishes up the Forbidden City, takes alchemy, irrigation, and develops the alchemy. So we're in the uncomfortable spot of being last, having no tactics, and yeah, I think we are gonna skip this, get a population for free, and first of all we're gonna build a knight, so that at least we're ahead of race until he gets Saladin or a tactic, and we still draw a card, so there's a meager chance we're gonna get a tactic here. No yellows, which is a shame, because I could really use a bit more resources right now. I wonder if I could increase pop, but no, let's get the alchemy. We're gonna need it next turn. And that pretty much fills up our hand. We could go for the Taj Mahal, but honestly that seems suicidal right now. Or we can get St. Pete's. Hmm, that's a pretty solid wonder. Are there any Age 1 wonders we might want? Yeah, we were talking about the Silk Road. Is someone else gonna take it? They might. I don't think we should really get tunneled into that view. Is there a Pierre de Coubertin this game? No, there isn't. So St. Pete requires 8 resources. We currently have 5. I don't know if we have the bandwidth for that. Nothing ready to build with this in population. I don't think comfortable with the St. Pete's, not at all. So let's stockpile and increase population again, I guess. It opens up space in our hand, which is nice. Is there a universe in which we don't go for the knights? Instead, we get Da Vinci, get the alchemy, upgrade, upgrade. This seems very dangerous. And get the swordsman. We have a lot of science, which is nice. There's warfare in the deck, but we're far behind on military. We have no idea what's in the deck. 3 of these cards, all of these cards from strong military players. No, this is way too gritty. This is how you lose the game. There really isn't much of a point getting Da Vinci ahead of knights, right? So let's get these knights. I am going to increase population. There's always the risk of threats in here. And we're going to pick up the alchemy. What do we do with the last 2 actions though? Let's stockpile and pick up swordsman. We could still go for Silk Road, right? I don't think we're doing Machu Picchu this game. Is anyone doing Machu Picchu? They might. This is the last iron. If we don't pick it up, they're gone. And given that we only have 2 mines, maybe we should pick up the iron. So we're not going to be last for Sua's turn and for Ray's turn. We might be last for Gavatron's turn. And we only have 1 card to draw a... maybe there's a strategic territory here that we can somehow get. That would be nice. There's both Bach and Marlene Dietrich here. But I don't see us going for drama. Yeah, I really think at this point, let's squeeze as much as we can out of Ashoka. Sua's gonna pick up Yanziska, so it's gonna go up to 5 strength. Yeah, we really need a tactic, and no one has knights except us. Maybe So will get the knights, but he already has fighting band. Yeah, I'm not super happy about this chain of events. I wish we had the swordsman instead of the knights. Let's see if it's still feasible. Stockpile, get the swordsman, increase pop, build. So we have a bit more science. If legend comes up, which I think it might, we'll be able to capitalize on it. I wish we had 1 more resource. We can upgrade this as well, right? And just skip on drawing cards this turn. We might actually seed the border conflict. And it's much more likely that we remain ahead for our turn. And we have all the pieces we need, right? We have the alchemy, we have Da Vinci. No iron. And we still have 2 mines. I guess this will do. There's another code of laws that could help. There is another monarchy. So we want either the monarchy or the code of laws. Oh wow, Race can just pick up the monarchy and research it. Yeah, Sue's gonna have to do something about that. I mean, come on. Pull your weight, man. Oh gosh. The raid definitely goes. You know, I don't see us winning any territories. There's gonna be cartography, Gibbetron has Colossus. Yeah, I think the plan for next turn is get Da Vinci going and maybe get this third mine finally. Um, and there's still another AJ card. Could be development of crafts. Development of civil life would be nice. Yeah, we can get Da Vinci with just 1 alchemy. Puts us at 4 science. We're in a good spot to get monarchy or code of laws. Maybe the last irrigation, though it's getting a bit late for that. Suo picks up Jan Zizka and elects him. Why didn't he get +1 strength? He was at 4. He lost Caesar, so he went down to 3. Oh, because this one already counts. Okay. Starts the Taj Mahal. Plays Frugality. Picks up Knights. Builds a stage. And that is it. Good, so we're not going to be last. Raised seeds an event, reveals development of civil life, which uses for cartography. Takes monarchy, develops iron, upgrades, and switches to Saladin. And he's using him for strength. Interesting. Givatron is next, picks up Theocracy, and selects it. So Suo is last on military, builds a warriors, and adopts fighting band, upgrades lab, and picks up breakthrough. That's a good point. That's a good move. So we're up, and we can actually safely play an event. There is also a development of civil life coming. So let's see the event. Reveal knowledge of the ancients, so we get some more science. I think we're gonna use this for alchemy. Yeah. Do we want this masonry? I picked it up to trigger Ashoka. And for the off chance, we will get Silk Road. If we want to transition to Da Vinci, now is the time, right? So yeah, let's upgrade this. And do we want to elect Da Vinci? I don't think so. I think we want to get 2 more food from Ashoka so we can increase population again. So we're gonna wait with Da Vinci for a turn. I'm really tempted by this masonry. But actually we can wait with it, right? I suspect we do want to upgrade this. So we're still ahead in military. Actually, if Suo gets, oh my god, Gavatron, Nostradamus. Maybe we'll develop Knights instead. No, no, it doesn't make any sense. We are gonna upgrade this. I don't like getting stuck with so many swordsmen, but I don't want to fall behind. I am going to increase population, and next turn we can increase one more, which is pretty nice. And then for our last two actions, we could get the masonry. It will save us one stone. I'm wondering if to pick up this patriotism. Oh, I completely forgot that I'm still on two, um, two bronze. Yeah, let's keep the masonry because I'm gonna get this stone with Da Vinci anyway, so we can wait. We want coal to show up early. Here's iron, here's iron, here's irrigation. There's one more irrigation in the deck. There's no Pierre de Coubertin, but we do have Marlene Dietrich. There's one drama left, but I don't see us going for Bach, because we're last. How are we getting points? Why doesn't Gavatron have more points? He has Nostradamus. So right now I'm wondering which card to pick up. I could also get Code of Laws. I can just research it next turn, right? It's even going to give us a resource. And more actions are good. Although I think we're going to have a decent amount of science. We're probably going to up to 5. So we can just go into Constitutional Monarchy. So let's save that. I will be tempted to get this Warfare. Not now though, next turn. Maybe we'll get it if no one else does. Okay, I'm gonna take the breakthrough because science becomes stones with Da Vinci anyway. Does printing press make any sense? We do have Gaudi. You know what? Let's pick it up. Probably not gonna use it, but for the off chance that we do. Okay. We got Crusades. Just to clarify, our goal this game is to stay ahead on military. Because this deck is full of cards that were seeded by military players. Though at least one of them was Knowledge of the Ancients, so not really sure what these guys are doing. So Gavatron actually didn't seed anything as Nostradamus. How weird. Reds now will be really a bummer. Have we seen rats by any chance? No, so it could be rats. Yeah, and I'm gonna suffer from it the most. So let's see what happens. Is there another source of happiness? Just this bread and circuses. We might go for team sports next stage. There is an off chance we're gonna go for printing press and team sports with Gaudi. That would be really interesting. Because this build has already been wanky. Yeah, because Gaudi is gonna make this cost 1, and then the team sports is gonna cost 2 to research. And we can get, so it's gonna save us 5 science, and we're gonna generate a nice pile of points. And it's a nice segue into upgrading computers, I guess. Yeah. So, upgrades in mine, picks up Swordsman and Alchemy, develop Swordsman, and upgrade 2 units. So he's at 6 strength. We're still ahead in strength. Raised season event, reveals good harvest. Where's all the military stuff? Oh nice, we got a ping off Ashoka. I don't know if we're happy about this. This might cause corruption down the line. Increase population, upgrades a mine, builds a warrior, so he's at 7. Picks up reserves, and upgrades that last mine. So we're now starting to fall behind on resources, which is a bit worrisome. Gavatron still doesn't see an event. Weirdest Nostradamus ever. Picks up warfare and researches it using breakthrough. Increases population and picks up engineering genius 1, even though there's no wonder. Oh, and builds a warrior. Okay, we are up. The age just ended, so I'm ahead, so I'm going to seed an event. Develop territory. So this is really funky. They've seeded 3 events. They're both military leaders, and none of these events are military events. This is so confusing. I mean, we haven't seen Raiders for a Reign of Terror, Uncertain Borders. We did see a developed territory, which I guess I could bid on. I mean, if we get it, then we can immediately rebuild. And 3 science is nice. So, honestly, I doubt I'm gonna get this. But we can bid 3 on it, I think. And if we do get it, we're gonna go down to 5. But we can immediately increase population and rebuild. And this was actually a really risky move. This could have been rats. And then what's our plan for this game? The only tactic we've seen is Fighting Band. So I don't know if we want these knights yet. We're gonna increase population, but we're gonna have an happiness. So maybe Bread and Circuses. There's no Pierre de Coubertin in this game, unfortunately. There is Darwin. And Bread and Circuses, we're in a point where 1 strength would actually be meaningful. So that might happen, especially with Masonry, actually. Our turn can be Da Vinci, Masonry, pick up and research Bread and Circuses and build it. Although then we don't actually increase pop, and I don't feel comfortable having 7 food floating around for so long. Okay, let's bid our 3 and see if we get it or not. That's gonna dictate our next moves. So we into the colony with a bid of 4. The others bid 4 as well. That's helpful to know. Sends a unit and 2 cards. What do we want to do? We're still ahead on military, which is nice. We can get Code of Laws if we want. Let's start by electing Da Vinci and getting even more science. Probably increasing population. I'm not happy about having 2 happy faces. There's still rebellion in a deck. So maybe we go with Bread and Circuses. And that might be it. I think this is reasonable. It bumps our science. We could take Theology over Bread and Circuses. I wish this was a Pierre de Coubertin game, but it's not. We do have Darwin, so we might go for that if he shows up early. And honestly, again, this might be a Gaudi game. We can totally get Printing Press next turn. I wish I could take this Code Applause. Let's see. I don't think we have enough actions for this, right? Oh, we do. But we don't increase population. That's a bit dangerous. These people seeded a bunch of weird events, and there's a very real concern of threats in there. So let's do this. We're ahead on military. We know there's at least two meaningful events in that regard. We have the knights, if any relevant tactics show up. We have decent science. This is gonna be a problem. So we need coal, we need rich land as soon as they show up. We might pick up this navigation. We have the science for it. Do the others have the science for it? Race does, but he wants monarchy. And Da Vinci is gonna help us with resources. I think he can be our third mine for a while. Okay. Which tactic? I'm gonna skip a fighting band. I'm good at 8. National pride. I don't think I'm on the list. No, I'm not. Here's journalism. So I think I might go for journalism with Gaudi if he shows up. I doubt I'm gonna get this rich land, although I want to. Siwa plays rich land, builds a swordsman, increase population, picks up irrigation, patriotism, and increases population again. He's still behind on military, so I'm not sure how these swordmen helped him. Raced season event reveals vast territory. I'm not super happy about this vast territory. Okay, Raced has, wow, he has +2 colonization bonus, and this is his turn. And he has the stones to rebuild this. So he's probably getting it. And also, I don't want to reach a situation where I'm last when Gavatron sees an event. So let's leave our bid at 5. I don't think comfortable with putting a 6 because then I am last. And there's 2 more events in the deck. I can't believe they this game has already too many territories. Like 2 territories is too much, especially Vest territory. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna beat 5 and hope that it's not Raced that gets this. But I'm pretty sure it will be. Yeah, he has at least 1 colonization card. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe he has 2. I don't know. Wow, I actually won this. That was surprising, and that's great. So we got the Vest territory. That's amazing. Oh wow, that's a surprising turn of events. Why couldn't I get this last turn? I wouldn't need the Prince Circuses. Um, we're not last, right? Uh, we will only be hit by Raiders if Gavatron sees an event. And then, how does this change our turn? We don't have any use for stones at the moment anyway, right? So we might just be able to pick up navigation, research it, and we're ahead again, or we can rebuild, or we can get a knight. Oh wow, here's constitutional monarchy. So I think our turn might be pick up and research navigation, or maybe our turn is going to be pick up constitutional monarchy and build a swordsman or something, just so we're not last. I'm pretty happy with this. This is a great colony to get, and we only spent some cards for it, which we don't need, and it really helps us with the food situation. Does this game have Red Cross? It does. So we might still need selective breeding or mechanized agriculture, just so we're competitive on that. Yeah, and we definitely want to fix the strength situation. We don't want to fall behind with border conflict coming. Although blowing up a religion might not be the worst thing ever. Actually, gonna save me an action, unless we do end up going for Gaudi. Race takes navigation, which is a shame because I wanted it. And he already has. Oh, I guess he wants to keep his cartography competitive. Develops monarchy, takes rich land and knights. Gavatron sees an event, reveals. Oh, call to arms. Didn't think about call to arms. Adopts legion, and then takes selective breeding, drama, and upgrades lab. So we only have 4 actions, but honestly I think that's everything we need. I wonder if we should see an event. We don't want national pride. We probably don't want international agreement. That's a pretty dangerous event to seed. And yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to be with regard to military. So let's keep this. There might still be rats, which would be pretty disappointing. Yeah, I think it's just a risk I'm gonna have to take. I'm gonna rebuild the swordsman. Let's pick up constitutional monarchy and breakthrough. Question is, do we want to increase population? Or do we want to pick up cannon? Oh, we can't pick up cannon. Our hand is full. Ah, that's disappointing. There is another cannon in the deck, but that means that both Suo and Raced are getting cannons if they want to. Um, their science is not spectacular, so we're just gonna have to give it to them. And let's increase population. I am worried about rats. And then next turn, we're gonna get this constitutional monarchy going and decide what to do next. Lots of yellows coming up, so hopefully I can get at least one of them. We'll see what the others do. I'm leading on military for now, but I'm guessing Suo is going to build a unit. So we might fall behind again. Nothing I can do about it though. So we're just gonna have to take it and hope that we draw a tactic eventually. That's not a tactic. Next turn we're gonna get constitutional monarchy and start drawing. Maybe get this coal as well. We're gonna go down to 12 and then 5 and then 9. So yeah, the following turn we can get coal if we so choose. I don't know if we can get any of these yellows. I hope we get at least one of them. 2 would be ideal. But we'll see. The good news is we don't need selective breeding thanks to the territory. Here's the rats. So we still lose 4 food, but at least we got 1 person. Suo gets cannon, develops irrigation, and picks up efficient upgrade 2. Oh, and builds a swordsman, putting him at 8. Another one. That is confusing. Yes, he's ahead, but that's a lot of investment in swordsmen. Raced seeds an event, reveals scientific breakthrough. That's a nice science boost. Gets scientific method and develops it and upgrades once, picks up reserves and sets up fighting band and takes cannon as well. Are we last again? Yes, we are. Seeds an event, reveals new deposits. Okay. And Gavatron develops selective breeding, upgrades, builds a warrior, and then picks up urban growth and the wave of nationalism. I would have been surprised if that just flew off the card row. Okay, we are up. Definitely not sitting an event. Thankfully, we dodged these 2. Everyone is investing in swordsmen, which is somewhat confusing. Did we seed Dark Ages? We did not, but there could still be Dark Ages in the deck. So first of all, let's get some more actions to work with. We still don't have any tactics, which makes me pretty sad. And what else do we want to do here? I think the patriotism makes sense. And maybe can we get selective breeding and coal, start building this up, but then we can't build any units. We can adopt either Legion or Fighting Band. How many more colonies do we expect? Because that's the difference between picking these two, right? Same amount of strength. But if we send one soldier away, this becomes weaker. Let's go with the Fighting Band. And that doesn't leave us anything to do with our last action, oddly enough. We can take journalism. I don't know if that's what we want to do though. Would have been perfect to increase population now. Sadly, the rats took it all away. Okay. What are the constants? We're definitely doing this. And are we definitely doing that? I'm not sure that's a given. Since there's International Red Cross, I think we want the selective breeding. We might pick up journalism just because it's gonna cost us 3 to research it if we go for Gaudi. And we don't really have another use for this person, right? Okay, so let's stick to that plan. Is that what we want to pick up? Both of these guys need riflemen. I'm not gonna take them though. Suwa can do it if he wants. How many cannons are left? There is one left. So this is a bit awkward. Can we even build the journalism next turn? We can't. We don't have enough resources. And we don't have enough to upgrade this either, right? Upgrading is gonna cost 6. Maybe we don't go for the coal? How does that look? Seems silly not going for the coal. But let's have a look. Maybe we do... We can just get journalism, but yeah, that's not gonna happen. Not even... actually with this, we can get journalism. That is a lot of science, right? And then, what do we do about the coal? There's one efficient upgrade left. There is one rich land. There is one reserves. I'm just worried we're going to be stuck with 2 mines. This is a nice chunk of science here. But I think we can wait with it. Yeah, I think sticking with the coal is the safe course of action here. And we're going to take these cards as planned. And we can always spend 3 actions for one of these. I don't know if we're gonna go for an Age to Wonder. We don't have the infrastructure for it. But any yellows that help us. Oh, wait, I almost forgot this. Do we want to offer the scientific cooperation to anyone? Because we are researching twice this turn, right? 4 plus 3, 7, but he's gonna lose 2. Maybe we offer it to Raced. He probably won't take it, but it's worth a shot. Let's try. Worst case, he doesn't take it. Oh, Raced accept the pact. Yeah, he has a good science income as well, and he's gonna upgrade his um, philosophy. With that said, I wouldn't be surprised if we cancel this next turn, but for now, let's get Monarchy. And I think the plan was to get coal, so let's do that. And do we want to get anything else while we're here? The previous plan was to get journalism and selective breeding. And since we are counting on... There's a reasonable chance we're going to cancel this pack next turn. So, this is a bit weird, but let's squeeze the most out of it. We couldn't do something really crazy. Let's get the Constitutional Monarchy, and let's pick up coal and selective breeding. 8, 10. And let's just research everything. This is really funny. And then we do this. Is this what we want to do? This is a bit weird, right? Because we're only going to upgrade the coal next turn. And we are overcommitting to swordsman. But we've just drained Raced into 2 resource, 2 science, so we can't research anything. Yeah, it doesn't have any impact or anything, and we've already seen the scientific breakthrough. And then next turn we can just cancel the pact. And we can wait with the coal for a bit. There's Recland, there's another efficient upgrade, there's reserves. Another tricky part is, are we going to use the masonry? Can we get knights instead of one of these? We want the coal, that's for sure. Let's say we want knights. Then we can't get selective breeding. Yeah. I'm really tempted to do this funky turn. And then we're pretty much going for Gaudi, right? It's a bucket of points. And when H3 hits, we're gonna upgrade for computers with a real discount. I don't like the overcommitment to swordsman. So let's give up on... We only need one of them, and then you can only research knights or selective breeding. Yeah, even if at this point you can only research one thing, right? So no need to go crazy. So we can stick to this plan, right? But we do want to cancel it next turn. Let's make sure we do this before I forget. Okay, at this point you can only research one thing, which is probably going to be cannons, riflemen, or selective breeding. I guess we should pick up patriotism. Yeah, we've researched 3 things. He can only research 1 thing. On our next turn, we're going to be at 7. So we can still bomb him with these 3. We upgraded the coal. And in fact, next turn we can upgrade it again, thanks to research. Okay, so as much as I'm entertained by draining him down to 2, so next turn we're going to have 7, he's going to research 1 thing, we're going to have 6. And we can research all 3 of these if we so choose. We're ahead in military. Not ahead, but at least 2nd place. We will still be hit by raiders because of Nostradamus. Should we upgrade this then? It doesn't help us, right? Yeah, we're still weaker because of tiebreakers. This is a bit weird, but I think it could work, and hopefully we can snag any of these yellows. Oh, now I'm really sad I didn't take any of the cannons. Oh, there's one more. So we might yet do this. We don't really need Newton. Is anyone gonna take Bach? Gavatron might, which is nice. I would love for Nostradamus to go away. Border conflict. So we'll get some resources. Rest is gonna blow something up. Develops alchemy. Picks up constitutional monarchy. Finishes the Taj Mahal and upgrades alchemy once. That's a shame. I wish I had just 2 more strength. Raced sees an event and reveals strategic territory. So, a bit sad that I didn't get that navigation. Would have been really helpful. I guess that might be why Race took it. Let's see, we can definitely put at least 1 unit on this. Can we put another one? Not really. I don't feel comfortable with going down so low. What's the colony situation? 1, 0, 0, 1, yeah. So I imagine one of the others is going to get it. 3 is not going to be enough for anything. Suwa bids 5. Okay. Which means that he's going to lose at least 3 strength on this. Let's see if we can somehow punish him for this. He does have a lot of points, so he has a lot of points and he has no food, so he won't be able to recover from this very easily. I wonder what's his plan here with this. Oh, he's going to get 2, so he's going to be at 10 probably, with a bid of 5. And then Raised can research 1 thing. We're going to go down to 6 science. Okay. The point situation, we're currently 20 points behind Suwa, which is not ideal, but not disaster either. The military in this game is weak for everyone. I think that either nobody drew good tactics or no one is putting them down. So I think if we get the cannons, we might be able to do something with these fortifications. Why is everyone poor on everything? There's no wonders, there's no tactics. Such a weird game. Suwa wins the territory. Raised plays reserves. Gets the rifleman and researches it. Upgrades. Picks up selective breeding. And upgrades 1 last time. That's quite an investment in warriors. Oh, and he upgrades a lab. Oh, and he switches Saladin for an action. So it's 14 strength. Gavatron reveals 4A, and oddly enough, we benefit from this. Starts the Kremlin. Plays urban growth for a lab. Picks up efficient upgrade, and that is all. What a weird game. So the first question is, do we want to trigger this crusade? Um, I don't think I want any of these cards. So let's skip this for a minute. So a few things need to happen this turn. First of all, I want to research at least two technologies, so the Traced cannot research two technologies, and we get the most out of the Pact. Two, I want to gain some amount of military. And three, I want to do something helpful. So my initial thought was to get knights and masonry, play the patriotism to build the knight, and we have enough resources to upgrade both of these, which is quite fantastic from a board perspective. This is a nice way to enter age 3, and we're only halfway into age 2. And then with the 2 remaining actions, let's probably pick up Breakthrough. We can also do something funky. We can get Masonry and Bach, and then research Opera, upgrade this, but then we can't upgrade the coal. We can upgrade a farm, and we can build a warrior. And there is an argument to be made for building a warrior, because one more and we get another legion. And then we're going to have 6 warriors. With modern infantry, it's going to be 34 strength. This is a pretty low strength game. I think this Manhattan Project might be stronger than usual. I'm not super happy about investing so much into warriors though. And if we want to go down that route, we can actually increase population, play patriotism, build, and we're ahead on strength. But then we can't upgrade this, and we still need to research 2 things. Right? Yeah. I don't think we have 2 things to research at this point. I guess we can do a hybrid with the crazy. Do we have enough? Yeah. This is interesting. So it doesn't help our board at all, but we're starting to generate points. Operas cost us 7. Yeah, Bach doesn't have any advantage there. Next turn we can upgrade this, and we'll generate 10 points a turn. But I think it's too early to generate points. So let's get the money. Another funky idea. Let's do this. Let's get the patriotism. And we have 10 resources, which means we can get the cheapest wonder. So I think the 2 options that I'm debating are either going for the ocean liner service or going for the coal, the farm, and the breakthrough. If we can research twice next turn, we can upgrade the coal again, right? The efficient upgrade is gone. There's still a rich land in our reserves. Can we do the same silly trick with Harvard College? No, it costs more, right? Yeah, it costs 11. So do we want 2 coals and a farm and a selective breeding, or do we want an ocean liner service? I don't think we can afford any of the more expensive wonders. Statue of Liberty is 12, Louvre is 13, Harvard is 11. Is there any point stealing the scientific method? No, nobody really needs it. So it's between coal, selective breeding, and breakthrough, or Ocean Liner Service. And I think that Ocean Liner Service is such a good wonder that I'm just gonna go for it. Eventually we're gonna need to upgrade selective breeding ones, but there's no rush to do it. And there's around 8 or 9 turns left for the game. 4, 6, 8, 9, yeah, that's a lot of population. I doubt anyone else can get so much population. And then the bottleneck is going to become resources. We're just going to have to pick every resource that comes down. And thankfully, neither one of these are resources. 2, 4, 5. We're giving Suo an evolutionary idea. Or a breakthrough for 2, maybe. I guess right now what I'm worried about is military. I would feel much more comfortable if I had some plan there, which right now I really don't. I wonder if I should skip the knights and just build another warrior, just to hedge my bets. But I do need to research something. So I'll research a pregame press and continue with the Gaudi plan. I guess printing press upgrades into Yin Fleming nicely. Or into Einstein if we get a multimedia. This is such a hard choice. So we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this. I don't like the idea of overinvesting in infantry. I think I'm gonna take the gamble. And we're gonna have enough meeples because we're getting the Ocean Liner Service. So I'm gonna take the gamble that I will get something helpful out of this. And it's a bit of a crazy gamble. So hopefully it works out. Which tactics do we want? Conquistadors, Hussars, or Modern Army? Honestly, Conquistadors or Modern Army. Is it possible anyone has them already? I'm pretty sure Race doesn't. Maybe Gavatron, maybe Suo. And also Gavatron needs the cannons, so there's always the risk that he takes the cannon from under us. Thankfully he's stuck with 3 H1 cards that don't really help him a lot right now. He's gonna play the Engineering Genius. Okay, I think that's what we're going for. Let's draw tactic. We did not. That's just ridiculous. No tactic, no cannon. I am worried. So I got the strategic territory, right? He has so many cards. Does anyone have Colossus? No Colossus. So yeah, I honestly don't know what we do next turn. We're gonna beat 5 science. Maybe we get the justice system, because why not? Although we really want to research 2 things, so we can upgrade the coal. Or maybe we get the justice system and... I don't know. I think getting the justice system makes sense. Civil elections are always good. But then what? Okay, let's see what happens. I honestly don't know. Maybe we build an alchemy, get more science. I have no idea. And we're back to the weirdest game of Through the Ages. Suo takes Revolutionary Idea, upgrades a lab, upgrades a farm again, upgrades a mine, so he's fully upgraded, and he doesn't do anything about strength. Okay, that's good. Rest is next, seeds an event, Steals 4 points from Sewell. Picks up Newton and elects him. That's a nice move. I like it. Develops selective breeding. Upgrades. Picks up breakthrough. Upgrades warriors, so it's still ahead in strength. Plays reserves for foods. Increase population. And picks up in architecture. Yeah, I think it's time for our little arrangement to go away. Gavatron sees an event, reveals uncertain borders. So Raced steals a yellow token. Starts working on the Kremlin. Picks up coal, researches it, and upgrades. Increase population, and that's it. So we're up, and yeah, I think it's time for our arrangement with Raced to go away. Yeah, he has enough. So there's nothing urgent for us to research right now, and we can deplete him again. So scientific cooperation. Goodbye. Which is too bad. I wanted this justice system, but it's gonna have to wait. Do we want the Louvre? Interesting. So this is gonna happen, right? And I can't upgrade this, unfortunately. Here's Gaudi. Hmm. Just for the exercise. Here is how Gaudi is gonna look. So we're generating a decent amount of points. But I don't think we're in a hurry. Like, I don't think Sewell or Gavatron are gonna take Gaudi. So we're gonna keep Da Vinci for one more turn. And yeah, we're definitely canceling this. Because I think we can get Gaudi next turn. There's no rush. Um, I am gonna pick up these. Yeah, I need these. I think this is more important than the Louvre right now. We get our free population. We could start upgrading the farms. And I guess we could get justice system as well. Yeah, and next turn is gonna be the justice system turn. And then we're entering H3 with nothing. Like we have this, we're gonna have decent infrastructure, right? But seriously, we're gonna have nothing. We're starting to see H2 events, and we're second in the military, but really not for long. Is there another leader except for Gaudi? Oh yeah, all of them are still here. Rest is the only one with an H2 leader. Is Sewell gonna take the Louvre? I don't know. I guess we should upgrade this. We can afford the military action, we can afford the one stone. Next turn we can still upgrade both of these, or we can get Gaudi and printing press. Yeah. I do think I'm gonna go for Gaudi. I think this build works really well with him. 2, 4, 5, 2, 3. He might get discarded, but yeah, everyone's full of cards, so it seems unlikely. Oh, we might lose the printing press before we get him. That's fine. I'm not gonna worry about that. If we don't get Gaudi, that's also fine. What's gonna be discarded? This is gonna be discarded. And terrorism? Yeah, we're keeping the terrorism that's going into deck next turn, so this goes away. And I guess the Cold War as well. And still no tactics, and still no cannon. Oh my god. Maybe we can get this strategy. You know, I think the strategy would be amazing right now, given that nobody has anything. And Statue of Liberty. Yeah, I think Statue of Liberty is going to be a good wonder for us. We're going to get the cold going. But yeah, this game is so weird. I am not happy with anything that's happening here. Yeah, somehow we're behind on everything. Wow, we are behind on everything. We have actions, but we have actions and happiness, EPKA, but we're behind on every single metric. Oh gosh, I am not feeling confident right now. Suo gets constitutional monarchy, picks up organized religion, starts Harvard College, which is great for him, plays revolutionary idea, and develops knights, which is interesting. I guess he wants to finish Harvard College in one go. Oh, and the knights might go away. Race reveals politics of strength, gets team sports, and builds one, gets reserves as well, and opera. Oh, I think the age is gonna end, which means my printing press is gonna go away. Unfortunate. Gavetron offers me international agreement, so he's gonna get more resources, and I'm gonna get more food. We don't really need food, to be honest. We have the farms ready, and we have ocean liner service, and I don't think we're gonna go for international Red Cross this game, so I don't think it benefits us that much, and at this point of the game, +1 ore is actually quite a lot. So I'm afraid I'm going to reject this. And yeah, unless if Gavatron picks up any cards, then this means that the age is going to end, which is unfortunate because my printing press is going to go. So worst case situation, he picks up Nobel, which is the leader that I would want right now, and the age ends. That would suck. No one took strategy, interesting enough. So we might take that. The game state is not amazing, and we're behind on everything, so that's a shame. Rest is probably ahead here with the strength, with the technologies. I hope we can get this cannon. At least with cannon we can get fortifications and try to do something. Though military, probably not an option for us. Honestly, this is one of these games where I'm going for third. Maybe I can squeak in a second, but this was such an awkward game. I'm not really sure where it's gonna go from now. Gavatron takes Nobel and elects him, picks up Republic and gets that as well, picks up Rifleman, researches it, and finally plays Wave of Nationalism and upgrades. Unfortunately, the age ends, so we just lost a civil action, one stone, and the printing press. I think we can safely put terrorism in the deck. We're pretty behind without really a way to catch up, so prosperity. So we get some food, which we don't really need. Unfortunate. I would prefer something like Cold War. So what do we want to do with the turn? We're getting a free worker. I guess that we can wait for these two. I could get Gaudi. It's an option. And he's gonna give me some points. If we get multimedia, we'll get it for cheap. If we get computers, we'll get a bit of a discount. With that said, let's put a hold on it because we might need the actions for something else. And I think we really know one strategy. And then let's upgrade this and let's build an alchemy. And in fact, if we upgrade this last alchemy, the next turn we can get justice system. I don't know if we will, but we could. And finally, let's pick up this cannon. Can we get two cannons this turn? No, we can't. So I think we're as prepared for the next age as we could. We're decent on actions. We have no way to get points, but nobody does. Um, we're 25 points behind, which is not ideal, but at least we have some course of action for military. Not an ideal one, but better than nothing. Should we get Darwin? I didn't think about getting Darwin, but maybe we should get Darwin. We don't care about the unhappiness. Worst case, immigration, and we lose a discontent worker. And we do get some points from Darwin. We're gonna build this and upgrade this. And I still want the strategy, and I still want the cannon. Okay, so maybe that's the way to go. Oh, we have one less science when we go this way, right? Yeah, I do want the cannon, I do want the strategy, I do want the architecture. We could get justicism, and then we have enough. But now we risk being behind on military. And I really think it's beneficial to get strategy first, because we might forfeit the justice system. Okay. We're just gonna have one less science here, unfortunately. So we can't get justice system next turn. We could get science from Cold War or from Developed Territory 2. Unlikely, but it could happen. And in fact, we might just get cannon next turn. I would love to see economic progress if it shows up. And eventually we'll need to do something about this unhappiness, but we can just take this religion, convert it into bread and circuses. That's fine. What does Charles Darwin say? Gives you one happy face less. Yeah, so we have two happy faces, that's fine. Oh, the way they implemented it is that Darwin gives you an unhappiness for every temple. I guess it's just how they implement it in the app. So we have Darwin, which is going to help us with actions, especially on this part of the board, and at least we're generating some amount of points. Ideally, we're going to transition. I think a lot of this game is going to come down to who gets the computers first. That's going to be so huge for everyone, especially with Einstein and Sid Meier here. And honestly, if we get computers in Marie Curie, we're probably pretty happy with it. We need the science, we need the strength. Such a weird game. There's Manhattan Project here. Are we ahead on anything? We're ahead on military actions. We're as ahead as can be on... Yeah, so this game is not a disaster, but it's not ideal either. So, can he figure out his science situation? Yeah, he can figure out his science situation and build a temple. Rist is definitely ahead. Givatron can finish the Kremlin, but he has serious unhappiness situation here. Okay. Corruption. What? Oh, the prosperities. making our life more difficult. Huh. Now I regret not building this as a warrior. Okay, let's rethink this. God, can we do anything differently? I wonder if we should just skip the cannons. And then we can do this, and we can do this. And next turn we have more science. We don't have the cannons, but Suo and Raced both picked up cannons. I wonder how much of a mistake this is. It gives us an itsy bitsy more science. How does it look if we get just the system instead of strategy? It's reasonable, except that we don't have the military lead anymore. Where is this going to be the most painful? Crime wave? Cold War? That's it, right? Crime wave and Cold War. Hmm. And yellow put most of the cards in the deck. I think this is too risky. Yeah, I want to have this. I want to have this strategy. We can upgrade this. We can't upgrade this without a card. Oh, it's not a huge deal, right? Ah, it is. We're gonna lose 2 stones, which we don't want to lose. But there's no way around it, right? We don't have enough resources. Nope. What a trap. Fine. We're just gonna. I mean, prosperity came back to bite us in the ass. And we're just gonna lose these 2 stones. Or we skip the cannons. You know what? This game has been weird enough. We're pretty much gambling on modern infantry showing up early and us picking it up and researching it. Fine. I am going to gamble on that. We have one or more 2 turns where we're going to be ahead in military, and from that moment on, it's up to the deck, which hasn't been our friend so far. Peace treaty. Interesting. That might be helpful. Professional sports. That's going to be very helpful. In fact, we might have a ticket out with Mandela, right? I mean, Mandela doesn't play nice with Ocean Liner Service, but I think he's still gonna give us a nice chunk of points. So let's see if we manage to get him. So developed organized religion. Oh, so he's giving up on Harvard College. Upgrades. Increases population. Disbands the swordsman. Builds 2 knights. And switches to conquistadors. Okay, that's good, because this is a tactic we can use as well. He then picks up and elects Catherine the Great and takes a cavalryman over a cannon. Interesting. I think a cannon would have made more sense for me. Raised is up, sees an event, and reveals inhabited territory. So I think we want to bid on it. We probably won't get it, but we can bid on it. We have leftover units. As a bare minimum, we can put 1 unit, right? And we're still ahead in strength, so that's safe. I don't think we want to. I think this should be nice. We don't value this very highly because we have the ocean liner service, so someone else is probably going to take it. Honestly, it's probably going to be raced, right? Um, if he puts just in one rifleman, that's already 5. I guess we can go up to 6 just to make his life a bit harder. The problem is that we don't really need it, right? And I think our military for this age is going to be around conquistadors, maybe with these tanks, if we get them early enough, unless someone else picks them up. Who knows? Yeah, Race might pick them up now that conquistadors is out. He was really militant with this navigation, so there's always the risk that I put 6 into this and I win it for 6, which is probably not what we want to happen, because there's still a bunch of nasty age 2. So yeah, I'm not gonna take 1 for the team here. I'm just gonna bid 4, and if Gevatron and Suo want to fight for it, I think Gevatron should be able to bid more, and he's the one who needs it more than me. Likewise, Suo might need it, but yeah, Raced, I'm almost sure Raced is gonna win this for 5, and just immediately rebuild or go for some strategy with it. So at this point, I'm almost confident Raced wins. We're just fighting for second. And yeah, let's put 4 into this. I think that's the most we have right now. We also haven't seen any cards, right? We saw a bunch of H1 cards, but we didn't see any H2 cards, which is a bit of a shame. We got a West territory, so I'm not gonna complain.
Suo went to colony with a bid of 6, Raced only bid 5, and he sends a unit and 2 defense cards. Raced picks up cavalrymen, increased population, upgrades a farm, and takes Revolutionary Idea 3. Interesting that he values this, given that he has so much science. Gevatron is next, picks up cannon and organized religion, develops cannon, replaces a warrior with a cannon, and adopts defensive army. Picks up engineering genius, reserves, and military theory. Really taking advantage of all of these actions. Not finishing the crowning yet. Okay, I think we can still seed an event. Because we're second on strength. And I don't know if we're going to be first anytime soon. Yeah, we need to wait for our next turn to pick up the tactic from Suo. But I do think we can seed something. Or we can offer a peace treaty. Whom should we offer a peace treaty to? We could offer it to Raced. Or we should get some points, you know? And yeah, and put a non-military event in the deck. I think that should be the way to go. There's a lot of cards I want to pick up here. Interesting enough. When will we be able to fix our happiness situation? I honestly don't know. It's tricky. I wish I had just 1 more science for these satellites. Let's keep politics for a minute. Maybe we'll fix this. And this leaves us with 4 actions. and these actions are probably going to be we should get one of these air forces. We should get the endowment for the arts. We should get the urban growth. I wish we could get the military buildup. Wow, military buildup is 9 stones. No, we have to take the military buildup. So we're going to take the air forces and the military buildup. And we're still suffering because of these resources. This is a big problem. Maybe we should just bite the bullet and increase population. But then, what do we skip? The air forces? It doesn't seem smart. Okay, let's wait with the H2 event, because we might end up with this food situation is so painful. We could solve it like this. Still have the corruption, unbelievable. And I think we also want to build a knight. Oh, just building a knight solves this. But building professional sports does not, because of the funky way in which resources work. That's frustrating. We can also solve this with justice system. And then we can pick up all of this stuff. I guess we bring a free worker and just build this and this. And we can later upgrade the professional sports. We're only at 6 science. And we don't take the Manhattan Project. Is Sewell gonna take it? No. Is Race gonna take it? Maybe. Race can take it, and he can't finish it, but he can take it. So he might. Can we see an event? Let's see. Iconoclasm would hurt everyone. And Reveries of Time probably hurt me and Gabatron the most. Rest is gonna be fine. Sewell is gonna be fine. Terrorism is still a little far. National Pride. Didn't we discard National Pride? Somehow I thought we did. But nothing we can do about that. Crime Wave is gonna hurt me. Independence Declaration will not. It will hurt Sewell. Yeah, by quite a bit. Immigration won't be that painful. Cold War would be unfortunate. Refugees, we don't care. Economic progress would be interesting. If we get economic progress, can we build Manhattan Project? No. Popularization of science would be decent. Freedom of movement would be magnificent, as always. And then different territories. Yeah, I do want to seed something. I need the points, and I want some sort of control over the deck. Freedom of movement. Okay, that's a nice one. That's really going to be helpful. We're going to take our agriculture. And convert it to selective breeding, but now we can't get the professional sports this turn, right? And we can't get the knight. Let's skip this for a minute. How many resources do we need for this upgrade? We need 4. So we can do anything that costs up to 2. What if we convert a farm into a knight? Bear with me for a minute. Take a farm, convert it to a knight. We lose one food, but we can fix it next turn. Then we take the professional sports. And now we're number 1 on military. We get our free meeple. And we pick up military buildup and air forces. I really would want the urban growth as well. Yeah, I think not taking military buildup. You know what, if I don't take military buildup, hopefully Sugo takes the military buildup. And that frees me to take air forces, urban growth. There's 4 unknown in the deck, but we won't be getting the satellites anytime soon. And there's only 2 revolutionary entities left. I really hope one of these is Cold War. I think it's likely to. It's reasonable to assume that. Maybe tanks. We're just gonna take the military buildup. This is 9 resources. We can just forfeit 9 resources. It doesn't make any sense. Or at least it's gonna be 6. You know what? I think Christ and Kevatron are gonna go higher than us. Yeah, they will. How do we gain points though? What a mess. We haven't seen computers yet, right? Yeah. Yeah, nothing here really points us in a direction for points. What if we take agriculture into bread and circuses? Then we build a knight. And now we can pick up military buildup, air forces, urban growth. We might as well get the 3 meeple, right? This is 6 points. I think other cards can give me more. I do want the professional sports and the satellites. But now I'm second to left on military. Yeah, I think I'm going to prioritize the military. So we are going to get the knights. We are going to get the professional sports. The free meeple. Economic progress would be interesting. And we'll take the military buildup and the air forces. It's a shame we can't get satellites. I really would have wanted to. And our science is not looking good. We might play Spy on Sul if he doesn't fix this military situation. this. Do I see a war happening? It might. You know what? Let's keep the war. Let's keep the spy. Yeah, this is not gonna happen. I don't think we're gonna see the arms mystery. And we're seeing an impact of progress, which is nice for us for now, but not for long. Getting an occupy on someone would be amazing. Let's see what Sua does. Oh god, and here's the International Red Cross. What terrible timing. Yeah, we're gonna need to upgrade this in the event someone takes it. We probably need to upgrade it sooner rather than later. Really bad timing and revolutionary idea. Someone's gonna take it before it gets to us. That's a shame. Maybe we can get this patriotism. Sua picks up air forces, urban growth, revolutionary idea, increases population, and builds another set. So he's ahead of military. Congratulations. First time this game, I think. Rest is next. Sees an event and reveals popularization of science. Not ideal. Develops cannons. Increase population and builds the cannons. Picks up patriotism. Plays revolutionary idea. Picks up the other patriotism. And that is all. Gavatron is next. Doesn't see an event. Plays engineering genius for the Kremlin and finishes the Kremlin. Picks up endowment for the arts and Nelson Mandela and efficient upgrade. Why did he take Nelson Mandela? He's not really in a situation to do Nelson Mandela. Very confusing. So we're next. We're second to last. What will I want to do this turn? Probably computers. Probably revolutionary idea. That's already 5. Is this a Sid Meier game? Yeah, that might be our way out. Upgrading these 3. Too bad that they took all of the resource cards. There's really just a handful left, and no guarantee I'm going to get them. So resources might be a problem. Do we want to seed an event? We already know about a few cards that are here. Terrorism, civil unrest. I want both of these to trigger sooner rather than later. Is impact of progress of interest here? What is left? Engineering, civil service. We do want the civil service. For government, Sue and Gavatron are both an H2 governments. Gavatron has military theory. Rest has navigation, which he's probably not going to research, but he will upgrade to an H3 government. So this is a bit of a gamble. I pretty much want the civil service, right? Although I guess even justice system is going to give me 4 points. So let's go for this. I want to trigger the next card, and hopefully it's not going to hurt me. Civil unrest. Okay. So Gavatron loses 4 points. Is it time for military buildup? I think it is. Let's get going on conquistadors. That's nice. And then, which technologies do we want to pick up? Do we want computers? Do we want to take democracy so that Trace doesn't pick it up? I'll think about it. Are we going for a wonder this game? I guess we could go for internet with computers, but do we have enough resources, right? Because I want to upgrade these 3, that's going to be 15. And I need to fix this as well. So So let's get computers. Let's get revolutionary idea. Let's fix this. And let's get our free maple. And we actually have one action left. So maybe we will take democracy. It's gonna give us 2 points with the impact of progress, right? Or maybe we take one of these guys. Yeah, let's take the tanks. So we have the option of upgrading. And looking at points, yeah, it's not ideal, but we're ahead in strength, which I like. I wonder if this is going to be one of these funky games where terrorism hits me even though I was last when I played it. Anyway, the plan for next turn is really focus on these computers, right? I'm going to have 12, I'm going to have 18. I could do computers and justice system. That might work nicely. Justice system is 4 points right now, or I'll wait for civil service, but there might be competition for it, we'll see. I might also upgrade masonry to engineering, actually. If engineering shows up next turn, I would consider doing it. It's going to save me 6 resources, and resources are at a premium right now. But yeah, I think right now we're going for probably Sid Meier, maybe Marie Curie, if she shows up next turn. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. And yeah, if Gavatron doesn't fix his military situation, we might attack him next turn. So what do we want to keep? I think the plunder can go. I think the raid can go for sure. Between plunder and occupy, given that the target is probably Gavatron, yeah, I think plunder makes more sense than occupy. Okay. We're gonna draw just 2 cards, unfortunately. Impact of technology. That's a good one to have with computers. Once again, the reserve serves up a bit too late for us, and someone else is gonna pick them up. This is good. I think this impact of technology, let's see, how many are we gonna get? Next turn we're gonna upgrade, we're gonna go down to 6 science, we're gonna upgrade 1 computer, maybe a tank, probably not. Which resources are left in the deck? There's 3 reserves, an urban growth, and an efficient upgrade. I hope we get at least 1 of them. 2 would be ideal. Let's see, Sewell got the urban growth, Wraith got 2 patriotisms, Gavatron got reserves and efficient upgrade. So I think Gavatron is definitely ahead in that regard. I am deeply confused that he got Nelson Mandela. Maybe he has impact of government. That's something to be aware of. And another reason to get civil service, he might have impact of government, and that could explain why he took Mandela. Because otherwise Mandela really doesn't do much for him. Let's see if we can salvage this game. Yeah, we can even build an air forces for 10 if we so choose. Although this war of technology doesn't help us a lot right now. Where's the other air forces? I picked one, Sewell picked one. I wonder if we can pull off. No, I think we'll go for computers and then maybe air forces. We'll see. And I really want Sid Meier to show up early as possible. Oh, Fleming. No, we don't have any libraries or theaters. Forget about that. So the 4 leaders I want, 1, 2, 3, 4, haven't shown up yet, but any of these is going to be good for us. So let's hope they show up sooner rather than later. I think that at 3 computers, Sid Meier might win us the game. Will definitely get us 3rd place. Would probably get us 2nd place. What is Sewell building? Harvard College. Oh god, they still haven't finished that one. Sewell takes multimedia. Oh, and he used Catherine. Nice. Good timing. Picks up Engineering Genius, builds 2 stages of Harvard College, so you can finally finish next turn. Plays Revolutionary Idea, and takes Democracy off Raised. Nice. He's doing pretty well. Raised is next. Season event reveals Crime Wave. So they effectively got 3 points on these guys, nice. Plays reserves for food, increases population, builds another cannon, and adopts the tactic, so he's at 36. He has a lot of science. Picks up fundamentalism and researches it, so he's at 42. This is definitely the danger zone. Picks up reserves and Marlene Dietrich. Okay, so it looks like he's going for military. He has a lot of stuff, but yeah. Kevatron is next, doesn't see an event, develops organized religion, and upgrades. Plays reserves, increases population, builds a cannon, and a rifleman, develops military theory, plays a down for the arts, takes up the reserves, and an oil. Interesting, so no one played anything. I think we can play Impact of Technology. We're gonna get computers. I think we're gonna be ahead on science. Yeah. And I want terrorism to show up already, which it just did. Oh, wow, perfect timing. Perfect timing, okay. So, 7, 6, yeah. We're gonna, if we blow this up, it's 3 happiness. So he isn't happiness, yeah. Oh, but he has the meeple for that. Raised is probably using a scientific method. Yeah, I think so. Gavatron, let's blow up this. Are we sure this is going to blow up? So yeah, I think so. Okay, perfect timing. Let's start working on computers. And unfortunately, only one. I don't want this military theory. We already have strategy. I do want Sid Meier. Do we elect him now though? I don't think so. I think we wait. Actually, do we want Churchill? Or even Einstein? So Einstein. Yeah, I think this might be the way to go. Let's go with Einstein, not with Sid Meier. We already know there's an impact of technology in the deck. We know there's an impact of progress. And I actually think Sid Meier might be a bit dangerous. And we probably want this urban growth. Yeah, at this point, we are going for maximizing impact of technology, I think. And we have 2, we have 4. The mechanized agriculture are gone. There isn't that much technology left, you know, but there is civil service. Maybe the plan is not just very good, just because this stuff is gone. So let's go for Sid Meier after all. Sid Meier and urban growth definitely come here. Computers. And I probably want this for the impact of technology. And let's play the revolutionary idea. Do we want to get it to population? Yeah, worst case, it blows up with immigration. Not a huge deal. And I hope that next turn we can upgrade another computers. And yeah, if necessary, we can get an Air Forces for 10 strength, putting us at 43. We can urban growth for a professional sports. Do we have enough? Yeah. So we can get 14 strength next turn if necessary. And if not, we're gonna keep working on computers and get Sid Meier. I think that's the way to go right now. We're still a bit behind on points, but hopefully we can catch up. this terrorism is going to help. And yeah, now I need something like um, Cold War to show up, or economic progress. That would be phenomenal. I wonder if we can pull up the internet, depending on if we get any more of these. No, possession reserves and division upgrade left. Yellow is like we didn't high demand this game. Did we want justice system? I think it's a waste right now. Let's stick to this. I don't think I'm going to play any aggressions, so let's discard one of these. Impact of population. That's the best one for us right now, I think. And science. Wow, amazing impacts. I'm super happy. I think we're in a reasonable spot to jump ahead based on impacts. We're only 19 points behind Sewell. I don't think he's building any H3 wonders. The question mark is who is Race going to attack and how. 2, 4. Yeah, he can get another set here, right? He just needs. Yeah, he can definitely get another set. So it's just a question of whom he attacks next turn. And hopefully it's not us. We have the Air Forces, we have the professional sports, and the urban growth, and we have the science. So that's it.
So finishes Harvard College, plays urban growth to get a temple, picks up Churchill and elects him, uses Churchill, researches air forces, increases population, builds an air forces, so he's at 34 strength, and picks up military theory. Next up is Raced, who seeds an H2 event and reveals historic territory. Interesting. So everybody has low points, so this is going to be pretty important for everyone. I think that so one crazy option is to put a set into this, right? And have 13. And if I do that, should I do that? My military goes down to 22, but I should be able to recover it, right? This is just 9. This is just 9 resources, and I already have the meeples, so I can just go 1, 2, 3 and get them back. And there's only me and Gavatron, so I will need 6 cards too. I have 6 cards from defense from Gavatron. There is a concern of one of these cards showing up. For example, having Independence Declaration show up would be pretty painful. On the other hand, if National Pride shows up, no, we don't have enough to get National Pride. I do think that putting a whole set might be a tad bit crazy, unfortunately. Actually, we only need 2 horsemen, right? And we're going to get 9 back and go up to 31. This is very tempting. It's 11 points, right? And points are important right now. We only need to pay 6 resources to recover this, and 2 military actions. And then on our turn, we still have 4 resources, which means we can upgrade the computers, and it's only going to cost us 1. So we have 3 resources left, and then the following turn we're going to have 9 resources. How many turns do I think? Do I think this is the penultimate turn? It might be. Gavatron has so many actions. He might just raid the card row until it's done, right? So it is quite possible that this happens. I mean, I'm pretty sure yeah, the reserves is definitely going to be gone by my turn. If any other yellow cards show up, they'll be gone as well, probably. What else might be gone? I think the mechanized agriculture, the computers, maybe the professional sports, plus 2 cards. So this might be the penultimate turn of the game, which means wars are no longer a concern. One important thing, I want to see the impact of population, so winning this costs me 6 points here. Although I'm not sure it does. I don't know if I can employ all of these workers. Um, Very tempting. There's also two more H2 events that might show up before my turn, because I definitely want to see an event. And getting hit by Cold War could be nice. Getting hit by any of these is not a huge deal. Getting the happy phase and losing them would suck, but not tremendously. Is there a way that I'm first after this? Probably not. Actually, I'm not even second right now. So the only concern is getting hit by something like refugees. Yeah, it's only refugees, which gonna cost us 5 points, factoring in the impact of population we want to play. And we could lose the colony immediately, um, but that's not a huge deal. So maybe we really should put a whole set into this. Let's do the math again. I go down to 22. I can dodge Gavatron, and then on my turn, I can build 2 knights for 6 resources, and this gives me 9. So I go up to 31. Um, and we might have the flexibility to force the end of the game, because yeah, there's 6 cards, at least 3 are gonna go away. I'm pretty sure this is the penultimate turn. And if this is the penultimate turn, we don't have to worry about wars. And we should have taken Einstein instead of Sid Meier. Which what are we going? We're gonna put this in the deck, right? It gives us the most points, especially over Gavatron, with whom I think we might be competing for second or third place. And we'll have to think about the impact of science, because Sid Meier is gonna lose us 3 science, putting it at 6. So we can actually wait with the impact of science until the last turn, right? So yeah, this is a bit crazy, but I think we might go with a set. The other alternative, of course, is just to do this and bid 6. But I doubt we're gonna get it for 6, right? We haven't seen any H3 colonization cards, so these guys are gonna have them. Yeah, so this is a bit crazy, but I think this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna bid 13. I also don't want anyone else to get these 11 points, right? Everything is so close right now that 11 points puts me at 54. Very close to these guys. None of them have a wonder. Can raise the benefit from a wonder? Barely. Yeah. We can benefit from the internet, but that's not gonna happen. This is the last reserve, and one of these guys is gonna take it. And other than that, there's only an efficient upgrade left. We're lucky if we can get that one. I wish we could get the civil service and the engineering. That would be interesting. Quite likely that I don't know if we're gonna have Nobel Prize this game. Okay. Hopefully this does not do me. But I think we can afford this if I've done the math. Let's do the math one last time. I have the meeples. I'm gonna lose 6 points from impact of population, which I'm not sure I'm gonna lose, because I don't know if I can employ these people anyway. So I might just go back down to 10 and then go back up to 16. I am going to pay 6 resources for these 2 knights, and that's going to give me 9, so I'm going to be at 31. 31 is not going to be enough to dodge race, though, and he could hit me with something like raid, which will be pretty painful, or just armed intervention. Which of these have we seen? So we've seen 2 armed interventions, 1 raid, 1 plunder, and an occupy. We are going to draw 4 cards unless the age ends on Gavatron's turn, which it might. So there is a risk here that, and the age 2 card is going to go anyway, right? So I will not be able to use it to defend against raised. And this means I can defend against raised anyway, right? Especially if it gets more strength. So if it chooses me as a target, I can't defend anyway. So let's do this. Again, it's a bit nutty, but I think we need to do nutty stuff to get it. Are there any other colonies that might show up? None of these are as relevant as historic right now. I mean, autonomous is always nice. It's going to be 7 points. So it's possible someone put an autonomous territory in the deck. And in that case, autonomous territory is going to be superior to historic territory, I think. I think the 4-point difference is... But then it's not going to show up until next turn, right? And the only 2 impacts are the one we put in. Both of them are independent of our board, so even if raised blows up our computers, we're still going to get the 3 points. And I think there's a reasonable chance we're going to see the civil service in engineering. Gavatron might pick them up, but yeah, Gavatron is worried with rebuilding his temple and probably finishing the game. So yeah, let's do this. Again, it's a bit nutty, but it might work out. Raised wins with a bid of 13, so it's a good thing I put everything in. He sends 2 units and 6 in colony cards. He then develops Opera, builds a theater, gets Marlene Dietrich, increases population, builds another theater, and of course takes the last reserves. This game is super close. Gavatron is next, doesn't see an event, picks up professional sports and researches it, plays reserves, builds professional sports, replaces Nobel with Nelson Mandela, picks up the efficient upgrade, the Air Forces. Okay. Oh wow, so we keep Darwin for another turn. Show me civil service. Wow. I think this might be the best possible outcome for us. So, input population has to go in the deck. So let's do that and reveal Ravages of Time. Oh, we lose an action. Not ideal. Gavatron loses an action as well. So the pyramids goes away. We're at 6 actions. Oh, and our hand is full. Oh my god, what a disaster. Because of the pyramids crumbling. Wow, this changes the game quite a bit. Let's see. How can we figure this out? Okay, we start by urban growth, right? Let's urban growth this. And now we pick civil service and discover it. We did lose 2 stones because we didn't have engineering, but I think that's a reasonable price to pay. Then we take engineering and discover it. Then we replace Darwin and we upgrade this. And finally, we bring a new worker. I think this worked as well as it could. We got both the technology we wanted, which means our progress is now at 20. And I'm pretty sure we can max on science. That's another 15. So looking at the points, we're at 56. So we're 21 points behind Raced, which is not ideal, but we have full control over the deck. So we had 21 points behind Raced. Population is probably going to give us 8, so we're 13 points behind. And then technology, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 versus probably 2, maybe 3. So let's say 8. So we're 5 points behind Raced. And then progress, we get 20, while Raced gets 12. So we're actually 3 points ahead of Raced. Plus, we're first in military, and we're going to see this impact of science. Do we want to build another unit? That's a very big question. So right now we have 11 resources. We are probably not getting any more of them, right? Let's see. Actually, there is an economic progress, so we could get even more. But it really depends on these next cards and if these guys see the impacts. So do we want to build a knight? We can spare the military action. Can we spare the resources? Right now, the only use we have for resources is actually upgrading this, and that's going to cost us 3. And then potentially build either another professional sports, that's another 4, that's 7, or any number of religions, which are 3 each. So yeah, let's build this, and if necessary we can build another one and score another. Honestly, actually we can wait with this, right? I mean, even if Suo upgrades his military, which I think he might. Yeah, he has military theory. It's really about Suo upgrading it, Raced upgrading it, and then Gavatron sitting a negative strength event. And either way, upgrading our military is not going to help us avoid this, because they're both going to go beyond 39. So I think we're going to wait. And we're actually at 60, so we're only 17 points behind because of Nobel. And if we get a Cold War, we can score another Nobel, which is pretty cool. I wonder if we want to wait with Sid Meier. No, it doesn't give us 2 research opportunities, so we don't want to wait with Sid Meier. We want to do this. And we want to get our free worker. This is fantastic. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we might have a chance at first place this game. And I'm almost sure we're getting second. Okay. Wait. Could the impact of population trigger before my turn? It could, if everyone is putting in. So maybe, because that could be 2 points with impact of population. This game is so tight on points. This is really going to happen if everyone seeds an event, and so far none of them did. So let's just assume they're not going to seed an event, which means the impact of population is probably not going to trigger. We're going to see this impact of science most likely. 15 points on current first place. That's phenomenal. Okay, what will we discard? All the H2 cards are just going to go away anyway. And we even get to draw one last time from the deck. This is amazing. Let's see. Agriculture, we probably don't want to play it. Balance, likewise. So it's actually good to know these 2 are not in the deck. And Raced cannot get this democracy, so he cannot improve his progress anymore. He is going to improve his technology by researching 1 technology. Actually, he can get 2. He could get both rockets and computers, unless Suo picks either one. Unless Suo picks computers, which I don't think he will. So actually, Raced might be able to pick rockets and computers, research both, and that is the equivalent of 12 points for him. I don't know if he is going to do that. because he is pretty low on actions, but it's worth a shot. Can anyone score a surprise wonder? Yeah, he has architecture. Can he score Hollywood? Ooh, that is risky. It's 16 stones, and he's gonna need 2 actions to pick it up, and then 2 actions for his reserve. So actually, he could pick up Hollywood and immediately score it for 16 points. Can you score the internet? That's less points. Could we have scored the internet? We might have. 14, no, we could not. We had to give on one of these. Didn't occur to me. So many points for me. Could Gavatron score the internet? No, he doesn't have enough. So it looks like Raced is going to gain, on top of these 10, he can gain somewhere between 12 and 16 additional points, which is fine with us. And we're 17 points behind, but honestly, just the impact of science catches up on that. So this is exciting. This is very exciting. We could win this. Let's see what happens with the last turn. Sewell sees an event and reveals vast territory. So first of all, we most definitely don't need a vast territory. Honestly, it doesn't help us one bit. We have enough food. There is no Red Cross, and while it will allow us to increase one more population, we just don't have the civil action. I mean, we might have the civil action for that, but we already have 4 floating populations. So unless one of these economic progress, we really don't have anything to do with another meeple. On the other hand, there is impact of population, so whomever gets this might get benefit from that, but they will lose population from the colonization itself, right? And right now, I think people could just burn off their units, maybe, unless there's an impact of strength in the deck. I don't know which impact, so we'll just put inside. We could try to guess, but I don't know if now is the time for that. Which impact did he put inside the deck? Actually, let's have a quick look. I don't think he put in industry. Yeah, I doubt it's industry. Maybe it's competition. Could it be wonders? Yeah, it could be wonders. I think he has the most wonders. Yeah, so let's safely assume that it's wonders for now. And wonders give us points on top of raced, right? Yes, it does. Sorry about that. So it could be wonders. It could be colonies. Yes, it might be colonies, which makes this worth 3 points. So wonders, colonies. I doubt it's government. I doubt it's architecture. Maybe strength, but I doubt it. And then probably not culture and not variety. So it's colonies or wonders. And yeah, so it mostly gives race 3 points. And also he's gonna burn his Colosseum. Yeah, I don't think we need this. I am going to offer just 2, because then, yeah, let's offer 2. We're not gonna get this for 2, but let's offer 2. Can we offer 4? No, I still want to be in the top 2 players. We're not gonna get this for 2, right? Yeah, so Sewell wins this with a bid of 5. That's fine. He can take it. He's gonna lose 1 unit, and he's gonna rebuild. So yeah, it helps his impact of colonies, which means Sewell has 79 points on me, 84 if you count in, yeah, he has 79 points instead of 60, so he's 19 points ahead. That's fine. It's gonna help with it's not gonna help with population, so yeah, I'm almost sure this game is between Raced and me right now, so I don't mind giving Sewell points. I think right now he and Gavatron are competing for 3rd. I could be mistaken, just looking at how the the impacts played out. I'm almost sure this is the case, and I'm not going to review them, but I think that for almost all of the impacts, I'm either equal or ahead unraced. The one exception might be competition. He is 12. I have I have 16, so I'm actually ahead in competition. Yeah, this is fine. Enjoy. Suo wins the colony and sends a cavalryman, blows up the Taj Mahal instead of the Colosseum. I guess he wants the discount. Increases population, discovers military theory, picks up modern infantry, and uses the bonus from Churchill to research infantry. This is going to give him the Nobel Prize. That's nice. Build a knight, build a temple, and that is all. So he's at 81. Priest is next. Proposes a military theory to Regavatron. Okay, not sure how it helps him. Okay. Reserves for 4 food, increases population, builds a theater, and then picks up rockets, researches them, plays patriotism, and upgrades cannons. I think he could have gotten more points in other ways, but okay. Gavatron sees an event, reveals international negotiations, so he's gonna lose something to race, but he chooses what? Upgrades a temple, destroys a lab for a rifleman, picks up rockets, develops them, upgrades, starts the one internet, and takes computers. Okay, that makes sense. We are lowest on military, which is a bit dangerous, but yeah, I think we're still gonna see the impact of science just because it gives us so many points. And we get hit by refugees. That's unfortunate. We lose 3 points. Actually 5, because we're not getting a worker. How are we spending our last turn? So we're 22 points behind Raced, who's the top player. And there's 2 impacts we need to accommodate. We can have some idea what they are. I suspect that that will put in colonies, and given Gavatron's insistent on military, I think there's a good chance this is either strength or competition. Also, we're in a good place for the others. Um, Wonders and colonies, there's nothing we can do about. Likewise, government and probably industry. We could do something about culture, but I doubt that's the one Suo or Gavatron put in the deck, so we can scratch that off. The one I am most concerned about is strength, so let's see if we can somehow address that one. Let's get our free meeple, and we could get 2 of these. So now we're winning on strength, and we got 2 points for competition. And we are going to research this. Actually, will getting tanks make more sense? Let's wait a sec. We could get tanks and upgrade this. No, it's not enough to put us as first. We could build one, and now we're first, but we don't do anything else. So I'm not super happy about that. Yeah, I think we're just gonna build these 2. We can upgrade this for 2 points. 4 if there is architecture. We're ahead on science, right? Yes. We could build this. Do we only need, let's see. If we build this one, no, we're not ahead. We could do this as well, and no, we're not. Okay, so we're just gonna build 2 knights. I think that makes sure we're ahead on strength. There's no agriculture, and there is no balance. Both of them are in our hand. Harmony could suck, so I guess we could fix harmony by doing this. This gives us 4 points for harmony. I think we can safely say that our working assumption is that Gavatron put in strength, right? Strength is more dangerous than harmony. This game is going to be tight. We're 22 points behind the first place. And I'm not sure what's the best way to maximize this. This gives us 2 points, right? But building anything also gives us 2 points because of population. So I think we're going to do this. This helps with competition. Can we do both of these? Oh, this also helps with competition and strength, but we lose 2 points on this. So this gives us 6 points on competition and wins us strength, but we lose 2 points on population. And this gives us 5 points on competition and we win on strength, but it gives us 2. Okay, so this is probably better. Can we do anything else? We have 1 resource, which is not enough for anything, unfortunately. We cannot research, and we could not have finished Hollywood. I guess it's time to see who wins, right? Hopefully it's not these 3 points that lose us the game. Let's do it. There's absolutely nothing I can do with 1 resource, right? Okay, let's end it. This is so close. Okay, that's the impact of colonies that we suspected. Here's the impact of progress that we put in. It's the impact of population that we put in. 20 points for impact of population. That's pretty spectacular. It was impact of harmony, so we only get 12 points for this. This is getting dangerous. And here's the impact of science. And the impact of technology. Wow. So close. This was so close. Oh my god. Whew. What a journey. So, let's be honest. I was very lucky in Age 3. I really got the impact that I needed. With that said, as we saw, there were other impacts that helped me just as well, right? I could have won impact of strength. Impact of science would have gotten me some points, but not as much as population. Population was a big winner. So strength could have been better, could have been nice as well. Architecture would give us 15 points. Yeah, so I think architecture would have been better than population. Competition would have given us 9 plus 9, 18. So this is 3, 11, 13, 6, 12, and then 6, 9. Okay, so honestly, at this point, we are winning a lot of the impacts. And variety. Variety was give us a lot of points as well, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not that many. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, only 2 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But yeah, the impact of population was a big win. And the impact of science, though we could have gone for strength instead. And yeah, I wonder if I should have gambled on harmony. Could we have gotten harmony and strength somehow? Yeah, instead of building this these professional sports. Yeah, I should have built the agriculture instead of professional sports, just to, because if competition is in there, we're already getting a bucket of points for it. Okay, what a close game. Again, I think I was pretty lucky in H3. I drew some pretty excellent cards. And I have to say that Darwin was spectacular. It worked much better than I expected. I think the MVP of this game was the Ocean Liner service. The turn when I bought it sort of won the game. I'm sure I've done mistakes over the game, so I'm happy to see them in your comments. Looking at some of the other players, I think Raced accepting the scientific cooperation was a huge mistake for him. And yeah, I got so much out of it. I had Da Vinci as well, so I got stones as well from that. I'm not sure why Gavatron picked Mandela. I thought he might have an impact of government, but he didn't, so I think he had better leader options. And no one was really going for military, which was surprising. I think they were in a position to go for military. So it really did it made my life easier, not having to go for military. Okay, that's the game, and thank you for watching.